What do you think the X stands for?
No, you tell me. I don't know.
Extreme.
Ew, what the fuck was that?
Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Jose, here with some of my closest friends, Pucho, Mateo, and Doe. How you guys doing? What's been going on with you though, Doe?
Not much, man. It's finally the weather out here is finally getting a little bit nice, and in New York, basically, especially post like after COVID and everything, people do not know how to act. It gets warm, and people just take all of their clothes off, like disproportionately. But it was really warm. It got up to like 65 the other day, and like everybody was outside, drunk people on the street. You can
Damn.
tell that people are like busting at the seams to go out and enjoy themselves because they haven't been able to.
That sounds fire.
Yes, it's wild. It's wild.
Are
I
are the
mean, I,
bars pretty busy up in New York right now?
No, there's still sort of like a curfew. They can't be open past 11. So like that's killing the vibe. Like,
Mhm.
because usually they'd be open till 4 in the morning.
Oh shit, yeah, I
And
forgot about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
so the party doesn't stop in New York because the clubs close at 4, bars closes at 4, and then there are like restaurants that are open. There was one by my apartment in the Bronx,
Mhm.
and after everybody was done in the clubs, they'd go to that restaurant, and they'd be there from like 5 to 7 or 8, and then they'd finally go home after that.
And
But
they serve drinks there, or they're just getting food to sober up.
they have like champagne, they have wines. They don't really have like hard liquor, but you can buy a bottle of Moet and be in
no.
a little restaurant with a bottle of Moet.
Man, you can
Mo
get you
Chandon.
can get ripped on some champagne though, man.
Yes, yes, you can.
Champagne
Oh my
heavy.
god, dude! One time, me, Tony, Lisi, my brothers, we went to this brunch place down a little down south.
Mhm.
Oh my god, shit is expensive, dude. It was like 50. It's like maybe like $50 or something, just for like breakfast, and then bottomless mimosas.
Oh shit.
Dude, it was a fucking disaster. So we're in this place. It's got to be like 8 or 9 a.m., like early as shit. And we're like, we start drinking, right? They're going around. They're serving all these mimosas, and we're just drinking them. Me and Tony are just taking turns, blah 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 blah, like because we don't know how to act. As soon as somebody says something's infinite, we need to test the limits of how infinite something could be. So we just start drinking like fucking madmen.
That's
Shit
how
is
it is,
And
man. You gotta know like how far infinite goes.
there's degrees to infinity. Some infinities are greater than others. Some people don't know that. So we're just going ham, ham, ham. And next thing you know, the curtains start to drop down. So the fucking all the because this place is super well lit, the gigantic windows, dude. And so it's beautiful, nice and bright. And then out of nowhere, all these curtains just start to drop, and the whole room is now pitch black. And all these like fucking colorful lights turn on, and it out of nowhere it becomes a fucking nightclub. And they
Hell,
start blasting music, and everybody's drinking and dancing, and everybody's standing on the tables.
what
It's
time is
fucking
what time?
insanity.
Seven,
And
10.
then and then everybody, you're fucking getting crazy in this place. And then we were so fucking drunk, dude. It was insane. And then at the end when we're just like, oh shit, we gotta go home, all this shit. You open the doors and it's like the fucking lights of heaven, because it's like 10 a.m. It's like, you don't even notice the time. Like just by killing them, like bringing them curtains down, it just feels like fucking super late. That shit was a disaster. We fell asleep. I fucking slept till like 6 p.m. Like, dude, I slept like a whole night and
Man,
woke up, and this shit was fun. Man.
shit went from 0 to 100, right? But then it went from 100 to like 200 when this fucking robot show light up nigga came out. was doop, 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 doop. I was like, yo, first off, everyone was sitting. There's like, crowded little lanes to get through. This fucking robot just fucking comes in, fucking working around the whole table. So I'm like, yo, how the fuck does he fit in here? It's like the dude's like 10 foot at least.
Yeah, he was on stilts and he had on like all these plates like on his, and it was just all lit up, like all these fucking lights on it, and he was going fucking ham, like doing mad crazy dance moves on these stilts. That shit was very impressive. And it looked trippy because you're drunk, the room is pitch black, and all you see is his silhouette and like these fucking rainbow lights. It was insane.
What?
Yo, shout out to Salt 7. That place is called Salt 7. I think it's in Delray. That shit was fire.
Is this place still around? Because we need to go to this place next time I'm in Florida.
I don't know if it's doing brunches yet, but it's still there. Shit was lit. I remember it was so lit that he forgot that Lisi and forget.
I didn't forget, nigga.
Growing up like a savage.
Yeah.
It was like over there, Lisi, bro. She literally had her head out the door. Just fucking.
No.
We took Ubers because we knew we were getting drunk. No one was gonna drive. Bro, when we got home, when we got back to his mom's crib, nigga, I had such a crazy headache that as soon as I closed my eyes, I felt like I was spinning so fucking fast. And then the moment I opened my eyes, the headache got increasingly intense. I was like, fuck, I'm fucked. I go to sleep, I'm spinning. I wake up, I'm dying. Like, it was bad. That shit was bad.
That shit was awesome. I would do it again. 10 out of 10 experience. The food was super bougie though. So it was like, it was good. I liked it, but I don't know. I'm a ghetto bastard, so I just like,
What about that chick that DK wanted you and Lisi or wanted whoa, damn. There was something. It's almost like the fucking vacation for the Cozumel where these
You know what it is? It's Lisi, dude. You know how you attract attention? How when you walk into a room, some rando guy looks at you and they just want to say something funny. You got this face that invites nonsense. Lisi's the same way. Whenever we go somewhere and we have a lot of drinks and everybody's getting lit, somebody what was it? There was a girl dancing with Lisi, mad hard, and they were like, "I love your wife. I'll take her." Blah. Some chick. I was like, "Boy, no, I'm fucked out here." She gave Lisi like a shot. She bought Lisi a shot of Patron and all that shit.
Wild. Lisi brings that sexual energy. I bring in that nonsense energy. That's a fucking. I don't know. I guess. Hey, Lisi's a beautiful woman, so I guess all the girls want her. All her milkshake brings all the girls to the yard.
And Tony's got a nonsense face.
Tony's got a nonsense face.
Come up to me and talk shit about something about sports or whatever. Like, shit is wild. So, Mateo, what's been going on with your motorcycle?
Oh yeah, we're still doing intros. So I went and picked up my spaceman helmet that I sent y'all boys a picture of.
Yo, that thing is so awesome. I wish you'd put it on right now.
Oh, dude, Corey hates it. That's the entire reason I bought that thing, is because of how much Corey hated that bubble shield for it. But I love it. And I don't know, I'm probably a couple of weeks out from picking up my bike. I need to go and test drive, and I was going to do that this weekend, but it is just drizzling this entire weekend here in Austin. And I did not feel like test driving a bike in the rain. I've never ridden a bike in the rain, so like to take it a little bit slow, be as safe as possible while I'm trying to get adjusted to riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, for sure. You got to walk before you run.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a question though.
Yes.
It's to Doughy, but it's in relation to this. Where do motorcycles rank in the hierarchy of cager to cagers at the bottom, right? They're bad. So the cagers up to, I guess, the supreme beings, which are these bike riders, cyclists.
I've got a follow-up question to this. Where do pedestrians rank in this as well?
That's a good question.
Yeah, no, it is an extremely good question. So right now, like the relations between bikers and pedestrians, pretty good. To be, let's just be honest. We're pretty good. We strive in unison. When there's a pedestrian walkway going somewhere where cars can't go, usually there's a bike walkway right next to it. So for the most part, we know how to cooperate with each other.
What happens whenever a pedestrian is walking down the bike walkway?
You have to get their attention somehow. When I'm in the streets, a nice year, that works to get
So
people.
who has the right of way?
Usually the pedestrians, but if you have the green light, and you're moving in the direction of traffic, then you have the right of the way. You know what I mean? Just works just like cars. Because in some parts of New York, there's no bike lane, so you have to ride with the cars. Um,
Huh. No bike lanes, huh?
This fucking Tony's Utopia. He wants no fucking bike lanes.
So if there's no bike lanes, the cars have the right of way, correct?
you're treating yourself as a vehicle. So yeah, you have to not be, you know what I mean? You have to be behind the car, you know what I mean? But if I'm skinny enough to fit in a narrow, I'll just go in front of the car next to me. If
No,
there's in the stoplight,
that's not you being a car. That's you being a disrespectful bike rider.
No, he said a
I
vehicle,
mean,
not a car.
Oh, vehicle. Yeah, my bad.
yeah.
No, and so if you don't have a bike lane, you're a vehicle now, or you got to act like a vehicle. Don't be screwing in between. Don't be screwing in
New York,
between
it's the law.
cars.
So so even for motorcycles, that's legal. The lane splitting is legal for motorcycles as well.
That's interesting. I didn't know that was illegal. I didn't know that was legal. I thought that was just them being like, "Fuck it, my shit fits. I'm going in."
No, it's legal. A lot of my motorcycle buddies swear that it helps the flow of traffic too, because the motorcycles accelerate faster, so they can get, to the front. They can zoom, and they don't have to worry about being stuck between a bunch of cars while they're trying to ride. Because I mean, the big thing with like the class was like, pretend or imagine that no one on the road is actually able to see you. That's how you should always approach riding a motorcycle.
That's the most important thing, to ride in a manner that is so either A, aggressive, or B, defensive, that you are always looking out for yourself and you're always treating other cars like they do not see you.
Yep.
Or they're gonna hit you. You got to treat it always in that manner.
So where do the motorcycles rank though?
Oh, the motorcycles rank as bikes. Like they're just bikes with motors on them. So we pretty much no beef, and
No
especially
beef.
no
That's so
beef
fascinating.
at all whatsoever.
So you guys aren't upset about the motor, nor are you guys upset about like the harm to like the climate or anything like that. It's purely whether you have some type of enclosure surrounding
It's something about being
your mode of
outside,
transportation.
your body being the chassis. You know what I mean? Of the
You guys are
vehicle.
both equally vulnerable to trucks and cars, so you guys bond over that weakness.
Yes, basically, yeah. It has a lot to do with that, and also the two wheel. You know what I
And the
mean?
two
But
wheels. So you guys are not
micromobility
down like the West Coast gangbangers. They be on the three wheelers.
But wait,
the fucking,
wait, hold on. But here's the other thing: we don't like scooter bros.
What?
Yeah, we don't like scooter bros. I've seen a lot of hate in the bike Reddits for scooter bros, but I think it's beautiful. I think
like
micro mobility.
pasolas?
No,
a
no,
pasola?
no, like a
Looks like a
scooter,
Like a
scooter
Vespa?
with the- No,
Oh, yeah.
no, the scooter.
Oh,
with
the one that you actually like scoot your
yeah,
feet and
electric. There's like a wave
Oh.
in New York of electric scooter, and a lot of people call them scooter bros.
Like a GoPed? What is it? GoPed or moped?
they're electric scooters. They're like
no.
Lime
it's
was
like-
Lime was one of the big companies.
Exactly. It's like a you remember the Razor scooters, but the Razor
Yeah.
scooters are just fancier.
Yeah.
Segway makes a lot of them now. There's like a huge market here, and it's
So
called
what's the hate?
just that they're taking. I've seen a lot of like. I think I'm gonna be honest.
Wow. So there's a hierarchy now.
Wait,
The
hold on.
bike- Yes, the
What did
biking elites, but the biking elites feel, and I don't have this. I
No,
don't
no,
have
what
the
do they
same
feel?
sentiment.
What do they
The
feel?
biking elites feel like those biking lanes are made for bikers, and now you have scooter bros and you have all these other people coming onto it, which I am the only way that I agree is when you start to see the big mopeds, the Vespas, and the actual big Johns on there. That this
I just want to
roadway was not made. This roadway was not created for that.
too bad.
For mopeds. But I like scooter bros. I like skateboard guys. All them people are cool as hell.
Fucking bad. You don't like them in your way, huh? We don't like y'all in our way.
I never said that, but
Shit.
there's a sentiment. There's a
That's
sentiment
funny.
when you go into these Reddit forums and you start to see like some of these bikers, they don't even like me because they hate e-bikes. All of these regular biker people, they don't like e-bikes.
Huh.
They think that shit is like poison, which
You know what the problem is? This is the problem. They want to hate on things that, oh, they're these scooter bros and the e-bikes are in our way. Word, bro. What do you think the cagers think? What do you think? What do you think we think when we see you fucks in the middle of the way? Same shit. You can't be mad at somebody else and then you do it. The same thing you're mad about. Fucking hypocrite.
Tony, that is a good point.
Go for the scooter bros and the fucking e-bike niggas.
yeah, I
Fuck.
love
So-
micro mobility is cool though.
They're elites. That's what I'm saying.
So, Tony, that is a good point. As a counterpoint, what you been up to, Pucho?
That's a good counterpoint.
Counter. Get me started.
I've been doing a lot of housework lately. Friday I busted my. Sorry, I didn't bust my ass like I fell. I just did a lot of shit. I worked my ass off. So I was dead tired, which meant that yesterday I just sat on my recliner, sunrise to sunset, and then I said, "What the fuck did I do?" Friday was my day off, and I was like, "Yo, let me clean the gutters out," because my fucking gutters they get filled with leaves and shit. So I started cleaning all that shit out, and then I look in my yard and I notice there's all these fucking leaves, and then I'm like, "Oh man!" So then I don't got a leaf blower, right? So I used my vacuum cleaner, but like I used the exhaust to like try to blow the leaves. But I'm hauling the shop vac around my yard, and I look like a fucking ghostbuster. I'm fucking just like shooting all these fucking leaves and shit. Shit took me hours, and then I still had to go in the backyard and get on the roof to go clean the gutters out in the back. Cause I bought a vacuum I bought like an attachment that's almost like a hook, so I could just sort of vacuum out the gutters like that. But on the backside, I have a pool enclosure, so I have to like climb on the roof and like fucking dig out all these fucking leaves. So it's a pain in the ass. Then I got so mad that I went to Lowe's and I fucking bought a leaf blower.
I was gonna say
now I got a real leaf blower. The shit's fire.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say spending 3 hours shop vacuuming leaves off of your lawn that'll make you buy a leaf blower.
Yeah, I literally was like, man, fuck this shit. Yeah, and I got a hitch installed on my SUV so I could start hauling shit around too.
Nice.
And, that was literally what I did on Friday. I got up, took my SUV to U-Haul, and then went home, did a bunch of yard work, took a shower, we picked up my fucking car, and that was my whole day. The shit was miserable. But yeah,
It's productive.
now I
though,
got
man.
shit.
That's dope, man. Becoming more of a father every damn day. Got a hitch now and shit. Niggas gonna start.
Cop the crib, now I gotta do shit.
So
I
what?
love them apartment days. I ain't do shit.
So what have you been up to, Tony? No one ever asked you on this podcast. You notice
No,
that?
I was just thinking that. I was gonna ask him, so you stole it.
You're the
Your
first
teeth.
person out there. I always had it in the back of my mind. Maybe one episode, these guys are going to ask me what the fuck I'm doing with my life. But no, thank you, Mateo. Nah, yeah, man, just getting ready for this baby shower coming up. It's a lot of planning. I kind of don't hate it at the same time. It's like, got to get alcohol. Because this is a Spanish baby shower. It's not a typical American baby shower where it's only females. You know, Spanish people go an extra mile when it comes to baby showers. It's like an excuse to get drunk. So yeah, I'm just getting alcohol, trying to find food and stuff. Like my dad's making something, a couple friends or whatever. So going through that and just being ready to be a dad.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot, dude.
Shit is stressful.
Sounds mad stressful, dude.
You're gonna realize, dude. Once you gotta like start figuring out solutions to all types of problems because you have a kid, you're really gonna realize that like your parents, your whole life were just people, and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing either, and you're just making shit up along the way. And I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Like when you're a kid growing up, you look at your parents, you look at them like they've got it all figured out, they know all the answers, like all that shit. And then when you get older, and then I feel like even doubly so once I had my own kid, But you realize that they're just people just trying shit to see what the fuck works. I don't know. Something about that is just really. It feels weird.
By my age, my parents had 4 kids,
That's nuts.
and
I don't.
yeah, like it breaks my brain. I'm like, I don't think that I'm quite mentally ready for a kid. And they had 4 damn kids. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot to handle.
Hey.
That's
So you're having a boy, right?
yes. I am blessed with a healthy baby boy.
So are you going to have like a rage aneurysm when he asks you to teach him how to ride a bike? You're gonna be like, no, there's no bikes in this house. This is a cager family.
Buys him a fucking car. Fucking
We
only 9-year-old
burn
with a
oil
car.
in this house.
Yeah, we're
fucking oil burners.
To fucking ride a bike, man. Because that's how I would, I rode a bike too, like a BMX style bike.
Oh, on the streets?
Like regular bikes.
You rode that on the
Yeah.
streets?
A BMX bike, yeah, streets, sidewalks, anywhere I went. You know
Oh.
what I'm saying?
What makes BMX bikes so much different than all those other bikes?
Well, first off, BMXing is a sport, right? We just, you know what I mean? We do tricks, flips, dips.
How is bicycles not a sport?
No,
Cycling?
cycling is a sport. Then I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying what like people who did BMXing, they didn't drive on the street necessarily. They did sidewalks on rails and shit. Like
Your
regular-
argument is all over the place.
What do you think?
It's horrible.
What do you think the X stands for?
No, you tell me. I don't know.
Extreme.
Ew, what the fuck was that?
Yo, hey, Mateo, what time was that? Fucking, yo, that shit has to be chopped. That is disturbing. And yes, by the way, I am going to teach him how to ride a bike. And if he wants to continue to ride a bike, I'm going to make sure to tell him, don't go on the street like these dicks. Stay in the bike lane and on the sidewalk. That's it.
What if the law is to ride on the street though? Oh, but you know what? In New York, I think there is a law like if you're 11 years old or younger or 12, you can ride on the sidewalk.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think the big difference between riding like a kid versus like people trying to literally have to do transportation is one set of people, they're just sort of riding around. They don't know what the fuck's going on, kind of slow, meandering around. Meanwhile, all y'all motherfuckers, y'all riding like, y'all trying to fly 20, 30 miles an hour. Like you clip somebody at those speeds, y'all both getting fucked up. Like
I crashed into somebody a few months back.
Oh damn!
Kind of sucked. Yeah, it was
But the
their
bike-
fault, and the display fell off, like because his body, but I felt really bad. It was their fault, even though if I would have been going slower, maybe I could have stopped as well. But he's right. We're all everyone is trying to get to where they're going as fast as possible in New York. So, but that's also why you got to ride defensively and like I'm getting better at swerving out of the way. I just hope I don't swerve into a car one day like that's next to me, but I can get out of the way. You just got to make sure when you're getting out of the way, there's nothing there. But yeah, that sucked. I was in pain.
If you do hit a car, are you going to just take off, or are you going to be there to get the report so he can get his car fixed because of the damages and scratches? Like, how do bikers do that? Do they be like, hit the car and be like, oh, fuck it, he ain't going to catch me because I'm on the bike? Like, how do you guys?
I haven't gotten into that situation yet, so I don't know really how to react about that. When I hit the pedestrian, I'm pretty sure he was hurting afterwards, like because I came at him pretty fast and pretty hard, and he took the brunt of the impact. And but we shook it off. He asked me if I was all right. I asked him if he was okay, and we kept it moving.
I thought you were about to incriminate yourself. I thought you were about to say you hit that man and just kept going. I was gonna be like, this is recorded, by the way, but
No. I'm not that type of person. I'm not.
Cut the fucking recording.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Good.
But like I said, it all depends. If the car clearly saw me and he was being a dick, and that's why we got into the accident. If I can ride away, I'm gonna ride away. Like, if as long as I can, you know what I mean. But if a car like runs my bike over and I have no source of transportation, I'm calling the police. I'm getting a police report.
Yeah.
Only when it affects the bikers.
um,
Stop.
I don't know, man. I think everyone is different. But I don't know. And especially, I would say, like, the case, if it was my fault, then I would man up and be like, yeah, if I have to pay, you know what I mean, for somebody's dent or whatever, whatever.
I mean, you run into the same thing with cars too. Like, I've seen people backing up in the parking lot and they bump another car, and they just take off, and that's a real shitty thing to do. Like, but people do it. People do it every day. Shit, I've got 3 bumps on my car. I've got 3 dings on my car right now that I don't know where they came from. They obviously came from someone like hitting my car with a shopping cart or backing into it and bumping it or something.
Do you guys take your shopping carts back to the to the cart corral?
Always, 100% of the time.
They say it says a lot about a person by just that.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I
always.
agree.
Like, if it's close, I'll go and do it. If it's like a little distance, I'll try to push the cart to see if I can make it in there. And if I don't, I'll go and grab it and put it in there. But if it's far, I'm gonna pop that bitch right on the little median thing in between the cars, and that's it. I'm on my way.
There's this YouTuber, the YouTube page called Cart Narcs.
I will fight that motherfucker. If I see him, I would not take that shit to the car corral just to fight him. Because I don't know who he's running into, but he don't want to run into me. I seen that shit. That shit pissed me off. He got to mind his own motherfucking business. He ain't got no right.
I guess I'm gonna have to go check out this YouTube. I've never seen this.
He be harassing people, yo. He'll stalk somebody just to see if they'll take it back to the fucking cart corral.
Basically shames you.
And then when they don't, he'll be like, "You're not gonna take it." He's not taking the cart, and he's just recording you. And then then as soon as you get in the car, he'll put the cart like behind your car or in front of your car, so you have to now get out and move the cart. And I've seen like clips where like someone will get out of the car and move the cart like 5 times in a row just to like try to leave, and he'll just keep like harassing them. First off, I think this shit might be illegal.
Yeah,
like,
I
this
think
shit like
he stopped doing that. He's
Right.
stopped doing that completely.
Yeah, that shit got to be illegal. But secondly, the amount of effort that these people are doing in just sort of getting out, nudging the cart, and getting back in repeatedly instead of just taking it back is like they would have been done with it. And then he'll just keep doing it until they take it back anyways. I'm saying I would get out the car and I would hit him.
That's a lot of effort to put into that shit.
So one of the most meaningless things in the fucking world is taking a car back.
Yeah.
Shit.
So what he does now is he has magnetic strips, little bumper stickers that say "I'm a jerk and I don't return my car to this cart corral," and he'll put it on your car. That's what he does now.
I'm not gonna lie. I would actually kind of want to rock one of those just for funsies.
You know what'd be funny too? Like if he were to do that to me, I would be like, you know what? Cool. I'm gonna drive off, turn around, see what car he goes into.
You're gonna go put it
Follow
on it.
his ass home.
Oh,
I'm gonna lift his shit up and leave his shit on bricks, nigga. I'm gonna leave that shit on bricks. And I'm gonna go down the road and then I'm gonna put all the cart bumper shit he wants to put on my car. I'm gonna put it all on his car. Be like, yeah, go fuck your bumper cart shit, bitch.
Tony, I'm gonna remind you as well that we are recording this. This is gonna go out onto the internet.
Nah, that's just beast, man. People ask to get their ass whooped. Like, who the fuck is you, nigga? Go work for Walmart or something then if you wanna be the cart guy. Like, fuck out of here. You're wasting my time with this bullshit. And you're recording without my permission. I'll fuck you up.
Yeah,
So-
he goes all around America. So he was recently in Hialeah, Florida. So you might see him.
So
I'll fight him. Yeah,
So-
because like this is my thing though. You never know the situation somebody's going through, right? Like somebody could have just got the call, like, "Yo, your wife's in labor," and he got to run to the hospital, and whatever. Maybe it only take an extra 10 seconds to run to the car corral, but he's running. Or what if his kid got hurt? Any number of things. And then you got some motherfucker. You got somebody who's gonna come and try to obstruct you from leaving. That's fucking ridiculous. He needs to get slapped so he could learn a lesson. That's all I'm saying. I don't like that shit. I don't like pranking ass motherfuckers. I don't
See-
like pranks. I
like pranks, but not like that.
I don't like. I see all these videos of people pranking people. I'm like, damn, yo. I just pray that I'm not the guy who's getting pranked one day because I
Man.
think I'll make the wrong choices.
A lot of those
would-
pranking videos, though, are not actually pranks. It's just people being dicks. It's like, I
Yeah, there's a
appreciate a good
difference.
prank as much as anybody. I've got tons of pranking stories, but those people are mostly just being dicks.
You know, I like a good someone sits in the chair and there was a whoopee cushion. You know, that's a fucking prank.
That's a classic
you know
one.
what I'm saying?
There's the have you guys
Wetting
seen,
people, squirting people with shit, hitting someone with food by accident, and then they're like, "Oh!" Just I see all these fucking videos online. I'm like, dude,
I would
God
definitely
forbid I'm in this situation.
whipped cream in Pucho's hand and feather his nose the way he smacks his fucking face. The whipped cream.
there's this Canadian show that some of the clips have ended up on Facebook. It's a very innocent prank show, and they do stuff like that. Like they set up scenes at the mall. One of them was this black guy. He had sunglasses on. He was a really good looking guy, and he was sitting down at the table eating ice cream, but like very intimately. And then he would like stare. He took his glasses off. He would stare at the women and like eat it intimately, and a lot of women would be like, yo, and with their friends, and they'd be like, yo, look at this. And then like the prank is that he put the glasses back on and he'd whip out the like blind stick cane. He's kinda
I think I've seen that. Shit.
yeah, it was on Facebook.
That's beast.
See, Tony, this is why we don't ask you how you're doing, though. You see this whole tangent that you caused?
My bad, yo.